Hey everyone, I'm just gonna wait for people to come on in. What I'm about to tell you guys is gonna be some really deep stuff, morally graphic stuff. And if you have children, I suggest you take the kids in their rooms because what I'm about to tell y'all is pretty graphic. I want you to like this live stream, share this live stream. This is pretty graphic to me. I just finished watching the Lisa Cabrera archives of I'm just disgusted of what I saw. And this is mainly the reason why they don't want critical race theory or CRT in their schools because of the history that our forefathers been through. And we're talking about Juneteenth that ended slavery in 1865. But all the incidents is continuing to happen after that. So I want you guys to like this live stream, share this live stream, because what I'm about to tell you guys is going to be deep, it's going to be graphic, and believe me, this is the thing that nobody didn't want anybody to know about. The history of our ancestors, our forefathers. They don't want us to know about this. And again, I want to give a shout out to Lisa Cabrera because I just finished watching what she read about everything that happened, what's going on in the real Aaron Collins. I just watched of what she said about all the stuff that happened to our ancestors that they want to erase, they want to sweep under the rug, and then they had the audacity to call black people evil and call us in. It is just disgusting on how people want to tell us that we're the bad guys or we're the bad ones, but then in their history, they're a lot worse. So I want you to let everybody know. Please share this live stream. Like the stream. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe for news and commentary. And again, I will give out the shout out to my queen Lisa Cabrera because some of the stuff in the history I know about, but some of the history I don't know about. And to me, it shows you how America has treated black people for 500 years. And even those years, after we were supposed to be free on June 19th, 1865, things after the 1900s would come to human trafficking, sex trafficking is going on during the 1900s. But this is much more bigger and more beyond than that. Yes, this is yes, Hackinson KT. They basically they talking about, and this not just happened in Florida. It happens in Louisiana and in New York at a New York zoo. I'm gonna definitely will get to what I found out. And again, shouts out to Lisa Cabrera about this. Now, what Lisa Cabrera was talking about, she read multiple articles of what happened. And this is basically showing that black babies has been used as alligator bait. But this is much bigger than that. This is way much bigger than this. Not only did they use our black kids as alligator bait, they use as hog bait and fish bait. I'm telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen, it is so scary that this is some incidents that I was going to share with you. But this is mainly the reason why they don't want to talk about all of this in schools with the critical race theory. This is why they don't want all of this to come out. But then there's stories, and Lisa Cabrera read some of the stories. There's an incident. I don't believe it. I think it happened in Mississippi that the children, I mean, those are like brothers who were lynched, and they basically, and I think the sisters were lynched, and two of them were pregnant when they lynched. And obviously, there's another incident, basically showing, and this is what this. I'm sorry. Let me enhance my calm for a second. Lord Jesus. They even had back in those days in the 1900s. They used articles as saying that if you have black kids, black children, and basically they use these black children. Obviously, if they want to use it as alligator bait, or they use it as hog bait or fish bait, they even put it in articles. They can care less about us back in those days. And they talk about us only happening in Florida. No, it don't. It don't even only happen in Florida. It happened in Louisiana. And there's an article way back then in the Washington Times. I believe in the 1900s in the Washington Times. That in New York, at a New York zoo, they using black babies as to lure alligators to come out. And you know what to do there. And it happened in the 1900s. When I saw the entire live stream, I mean, this is the archives. I missed Lisa Cabrera's live stream. When I saw the article, it basically pisses me off. Yes, real Aaron Collins. They said they also cut babies out of the stomachs of pregnant. Yes, they do. And this is the stuff they don't want people to know about in schools. The quote unquote critical race theory. They don't want nobody to know about that. This is basically beyond disgusting, sickening. I mean, this is why a lot of people do not want us to know what really happened in our history. It turns out that the two black girls who were sisters that are pregnant, well, after they were lynched. I think one of the babies was still moving her stomach after she was lynched. Yeah, by this white dentist. Turns out with that, the white dentist was killed by these four teenagers. I believe that's what Lisa was saying. But I want you guys to check out Lisa Cabrera's live stream, because this right here, I mean, I already knew about the alligator bait, but I had no idea it's much more bigger than that. How they use black babies as hog bait and fish bait. See, this is our forefathers, this is our ancestors. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this just shows you that they talking about us black people are evil, we're menace to society, we're dangerous. No, not as dangerous as they were in the 1900s. And then on top of that, and like I said, in the New York Zoo, they using and I think they using some of the black babies as crocodile bait. This is so beyond big. I mean, this is so This is why I said that we need to do our history, we need to do our research, because I don't want to hear nobody say, "Well, in 1865, it's over with. Y'all free." No, no, we're not. Just because they quote Juneteenth was the end of slavery doesn't necessarily mean the lynchings wasn't stopped, that they still didn't feed black babies alligator bait or none of that. And then I found out too that we was talking about human trafficking and sexual sex trafficking. I mean now, but it was worse way back then. And in matter of fact, in the 1900s, they having sex trafficking and human trafficking. When rich people, buy body parts from black men and black women and use it for them. I'm telling y'all, this is true. This ain't no make believe. This ain't no lions and you faking this. You need to stop. This is really happening. The real Aaron Carl saying they're the real men's society. In fact, there are ministers existing. Yeah, exactly. Because why would you use black babies as alligator bait, as crocodile bait, as fish bait, and hog bait? And I told y'all, this not just happened in Florida, it happened in Mississippi, Louisiana, and other places. And then it went far all the way up to New York. So to me, ladies and gentlemen, it's like some things they trying to cover things up. And Hackensack KT asked, do I have a PayPal? Right now, I'm gonna give you all the information. I do have a Cash App. I'm gonna give you all that information later on my Cash App. But here's one thing I don't get. For those of you who are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe my YouTube channel, like my live stream, share this live stream, because this is mainly the reason why they don't want us to know about our history. They're using the critical race theory. They try to avoid that in schools because they don't want America reveal their own evil past. And at the end of the day, it shows you that and then they making us black people look like we're the bad guys in this, but not compared to what they did to us in the history of America. When I saw Lisa Cabrera's live stream, well, the archives of her live stream, almost nearly crying. And you know how we as men are. We're only time we're in tears if something really touches us. That right there really touched me. And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, this is the history that they don't want us to know about. They want to cover all of this up. How they use it, and then there are postcards. Back in those days, this is how sickening these people are. So once they used one of the black babies in the alligator mouth, they took pictures and used them as postcards. And then that's what I'm saying, immediately back in those days, don't have no shame either, because they even had they selling black babies on the market and put it on newspaper articles. But yet they call us menace to society, and we have no. This is why I said, and people know, well, you need to know your history, you need to do your research. Well, for the generation, y'all basically need to do your research and how they did to us. How white supremacy has done to us from 500 years. And their stories, Lisa Cabrera also said that there are also stories about former slaves witnessed how the black babies fed to the animal as animal bait. How they cook it as one of those not skillets, but one of those I forgot what this thing called. Well, anyway, they cooked it and they feed as alligator bait. It happened. This is true. There's no, and then people gonna try to deny. They're gonna try to deny and say that didn't happen. It didn't happen like that. Okay, it's bad enough we've been lynched, but y'all kidnap our children, our babies, and cook it and then feed it to the alligators as alligator bait. And then you feed it to the hog bait as well as a fish bait on top of that fish bait, ladies and gentlemen. And they calling us, and these same people call us savages, call us say we're menace to society. We this talk about black people in this country, and all these 500 years of what we suffered from them. How they make us having black babies, and there's two. And they said it was two former slaves even witnessed that, and I think one of them was like 105 years old. I think they did that in the 1960s. But yeah, Lisa Cabrera did a whole live stream about that. I just finished watching it just about a few minutes ago before I even got on my live stream talking about this. So you think about it, y'all. Our babies could grow up to be doctors, lawyers, police officers, federal agents, even our next president got kidnapped, feed by alligators, used as alligator baits, used as fish baits, and hog baits. Y'all, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. Disgusting thing. And this is why I put this title on here. Said this is what they don't want us to know, or what they want history to know, how what they did to us. And then we came from from slave ship and everything else. And obviously this is beyond free slaves of the Juneteenth holiday at night of June 19th, 1865. This situation is continuing to happen after that. And so when I heard about this, I have to come on and talk to you guys about this. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this history never gets old. And people want to sweep this under the rug. It's bad enough we've been having lynchings from our ancestors, but you want to kidnap black babies and feed them and use them as alligator bait, use them as hog bait and fish bait too. So when you ever get a chance, check out Lisa Cabrera's live stream or her archives of the live stream, because this is basically shows you that they don't want this story to come out. They don't want this, our history to be told. They don't want that to happen. And I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, if it's graphic of all the stuff that happened, but I want people to know what's really going on. And this is not just about slavery. This is not about Juneteenth, celebrate a holiday, which is the end of slavery of June 19th, 1865. This is much more bigger than that. When you talking about our babies, our children, toddlers, not like teenage boy. I mean, there's been incidents like that as well with time the teenagers been lynched and whatever. When you're talking about toddlers, newborn babies, used as alligator bait, used as fish bait and hog bait, and you got two former slaves witness the entire thing. And to me, it's just, to me, it's just beyond sickening. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. And yet they calling us savages. They call us all kinds of names. But they don't want us to know about our history or what happened with our ancestors, or our it's beyond sick. And see, they want to, and then so see, like I said, America is trying to downplay in this. But one thing you can't downplay is our history. You can't do that. And this is mainly the reason why, ladies and gentlemen, they want to get rid of critical race theories in schools, so that students, black and white, won't know about what happened in the history of this, way before Jim Crow laws. It's way before, it's really way before even during slavery. I mean, right, slavery time, like after slavery time in 1865, things are still going on. They're trying to basically get rid of our history. And you know what? You know what make it even more sad? Is that when they do that, when they get rid of the critical race theory, they're gonna act like that what they did, they haven't done anything wrong, or ain't nothing wrong with this and this and this and this. But you see that this is not just grown black men and grown black women. This is just toddlers, babies. And I remember what Lisa Cabrera was saying about this white man and a horse. And again, this is things that they don't want you to know about. I don't know if that incident happened in Florida or Mississippi, but it's this white man and a horse just straight kidnapping black babies and use them as alligator bait. And this is facts. I'm not this is not no fake the funk or anything like that. This is straight up facts. They said it happened in the town, and this is white man in a horse literally kidnapped black babies, literally. And once the entire black town found out about this, they cleared out, taking their kids with them. Check out Lisa Cabrera's live stream. She basically broke it down. So when I again, like, I knew about how they feed black babies as alligator bait. What I didn't know is that it's not just alligator bait. The animals feed the black babies too. Basically, they feed the black babies to hog bait and fish bait. I'm just disgusted, y'all. It's just the world is just beyond me. And again, people just don't want people to know about the history, our history. And now they saying, quote unquote, that that's why they want to get rid of critical race theory. But the real reason why they want to get rid of CRT, critical race theory, is because of incidents like I just told y'all. They don't want that coming out. They don't want none of that coming out, because they're gonna say the generation now is gonna look like your ancestors is doing this to black children, to black babies. And it's gonna make America look really, really bad. Basically, it's bad now, but it's gonna make them really bad when people will know about the history of this country. It's gonna make it really bad, and that's why they want to fire teachers, fire principals, because they don't want the CRT to even been taught. Matter of fact, they didn't even want Black history to be taught in schools. And to think about it, the truth of the matter is that when you have, when people don't know, I mean, there is Black history, but if people don't know the true Black history of our what happened to our forefathers and our ancestors, and we just basically focus on the civil rights movement, the Jim Crow laws, and the slave history of slavery, but never know what happened of our Black babies. And we're talking about Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We're talking about Rosewood in Florida. We're talking about all the other towns that's been involved with all the racism and lynchings and murders of our ancestors. But we never talked about stuff like this. How they sold our babies, and it's like, and again, they basically posted in a newspaper article, Black babies for sale. In newspaper article. And then they're talking about us being evil and Black people being evil, we're a menace to society and all that kind of craziness. And but yet they're not talking about what they've done to us and how we're suffered in those times. I mean, this is during the 1900s. And you know, I think this incident, they said that one guy worked at this factory. And it's all, like I said, it's all on Lisa Cabrera's live stream. It's this factory in the panhandles of Florida. It ran from the 1900s to, I believe, to 2011. Yes, 2011. You know, we need to basically learn, and they say we need to do more research because there's more stories out there that nobody don't want us to know. And I want you guys to like this live stream, share this live stream, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe my channel because this is very people just didn't know about. But most of us knew about how they feed Black babies to as alligator bait, but they did not know about other stuff that happened. And when you eat, we have like fish bait, feeding Black babies fish bait, and of course hog bait. And then what's making it even sad that they took pictures of the incident and used them as postcards and newspaper articles as doing Black babies for sale. Y'all, and again, it's not just happened in Florida. It happened in Mississippi, possibly Alabama, Louisiana. And then what tripped me out is that it happened in New York back in those days. That they using and this is Black female toddler babies. I'm telling you, this. It happened in the 1900s. They went to the New York Zoo feeding Black girl toddler babies to lure alligators out of their homes in a New York Zoo. This is the stuff that they don't want us to know about. This is the stuff they want to get rid of critical race theory about. History like that. But yet they calling Black people menace to society, we're thugs, we're all of that. That's nothing compared to what they did to us. And I know a lot of people are leaving my live stream because they don't want to hear all of this, but this right here is showing you the history of what's going on in this country back then. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted you to check out Lisa Cabrera's live stream. I really want you guys to check it out because there's a lot of stuff that what she was saying is going. I mean, I'm already pissed off about that, but y'all gonna be pissed off too. And when I heard of what's going on, it's sad. It's just basically sad. Like they really want to get rid of the CRT, the critical race theory in schools. But then there's more of all other stuff happening that's black is history that they don't want you to know about. They try to sweep that under the rug right now. That's why they try to create laws and everything to get rid of CRT. But I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, we need to do our history. I'm just mind-boggling, or I'm just blown of what Lisa Cabrera was just saying, and it just blows my mind. Like, and I know you guys, it's graphic to y'all, it's really hate y'all, but it happened in history. It really happened. So y'all, basically that's all I have to say. Um, I'm just basically hurt because I mean, even in my school, they never taught anything like this. And just to find out from Lisa Cabrera's live stream of what happened in history in the 1900s. I mean, we heard about the lynchings and stuff like that, but never ever like this. So there's the evil people in this world, y'all. There's a lot of evil people in this world. So I hate to cut this live stream short because I got a lot of other stuff to do, but I decided to come on to let you guys know your history. Don't let nobody tell you it didn't happen, which realistically it did, and never let them taking Black history and out of our schools because everybody need to know what's going on. Everybody. So I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. And by the way, if you want to cash app me, my cash app is Lions Den 49. If you send like donations and everything, I had no problems with that. But it shows you, ladies and gentlemen, that we have a lot of work to do in this community. We have a lot of work to do because history needs to be told. The truth needs to be told regardless of what other people want to do. They want to silence the history. They want to silence CRT. But history like this needs to be talked about. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. I'd like to thank Hackenstein KT, the real Aaron Collins. I don't know, a lot of people just going in and out. But this shows you that one thing they can't erase is history. So I like to, again, let me get out of here. And I love you guys. Have a great Monday. And I'll talk to you in the next live stream and next video for other news and commentary. I love you guys. Take care. And I'm out. Deuces.